Right, let's tune into today's message for a collective spirit, please. First, I'm going to shuffle and get a card to define that specific collective that the reading is going to be for. And I do have a feeling it might be something exciting, because before even picking up my deck, I can feel a certain amount of arousal. And I did split the deck to the lovers before. Right, okay, so the collective that we're tuning into, 10 of Wands in reverse with the star. Right, okay, so we getting into the energy of those of you who are finally putting some heavy bags, heavy burdens behind and looking with hope, with positivity, with faith into the future. And also with this picture of this deer in here, I feel like, that refers to the strength and resilience that you grow through all these hardships, and having this 10 of Wands in reverse. So it feels like, all this heaviness is finally shifting and finally moving away for you, right? Okay, is there anything else from the Guardian of the Night Tarot in regards to this specific collective? What else is coming up for them? My beautiful healers who've done the work and didn't give up. This is for those of you who push through against all the obstacles, against all the trouble. Strength with the 9 of Cups. And because of that strength of yours, and because of that resilience, and because of not giving up and always keeping, despite of this heaviness and despite of this drama and terror and chaos that you went through, you never lost that hope. You've always kept that light on inside of you. You knew the better days are coming, and they are here. With this 9 of Cups and this strength, you pushed through all of that to arrive finally at your place of contentment, at your place of peace. Also having King of Pentacles and the 3 of Swords. So this is big energy of owning up your heartbreaks, owning up everything that you ever had to endure. With the Page of Swords as well that came out in here. I feel that you finally taking matters into your own hands, you regaining that control over your own mind, most importantly, because I feel like a lot of you in here might have had big mental health problems in the sense of heavily overthinking, getting hanged up on pains from the past as well, but with this King of Pentacles, with this 3 of Swords, it feels like you're taking ownership of that heartbreak. You're finally not letting it to control you. You've making peace as well, because King of Pentacles is a very steady, peaceful, grounded, secure, confident energy. So I feel like, with this, you taking things, moving things around, from the heartbreak to stability as well. Right, let me get you, see if there's anything else that wants to come forward for this message. What else is coming for this specific collective, please? Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, 7 of Swords, Page of Wands, Death, and Page of Pentacles. So we've got 3 pages at this stage in here. So I feel with this one, this precisely speaks of you starting again. It's beginning again on some sort of new path. With Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, and 7 of Swords, I feel like this refers to you no longer hiding away from who you truly are. This is the big energy of finally learning, because pages having all these 3 pages is a big growth and big learning, as a curious energy, somebody who is ready to learn and step out on this new path and begin anew as well. And with Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, and also with the 7 of Swords, so it feels like, that's you hiding your true self, your honesty as well, with this Queen of Swords. So maybe you finally brave enough, looking at that strength again, to speak your truth, to use your voice, to not let yourself be dimmed down by anybody. It's all about you, and you're looking at that death. So this is that big transformation that you're going through, from playing it small, from maybe even hiding in the shadows, being in this imposter energy where you deny good things to yourself, because your nervous system is just used to trouble, used to chaos, used to struggles, with this 10 of Wands. But let's not forget it came out in reverse. So I feel like this is precisely the end of these struggles, and I feel a lot of it happens with you finally putting an end to something here with this death. So it might refer, and I feel like having that Page of Swords, Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles, so I think the end in here is in regards to you what I'm hearing as well is listening too much to the voices outside of yourself, or listening too much to how other people want you to live your life. It's more about you taking that ownership, and it's more about you doing things your way, really. Like, you know, this is like this big energy in here, and with truth, with integrity, and with love as well, with this Queen of Cups, because you've got a big heart. You're also a very intelligent person, and it feels like, you know, you did try to make yourself dumb, or maybe you what's the energy that comes through as well with this? Like, you know, you might be that type of person who is an actual king, looking at that King of Pentacles in the middle of my spread. So somebody who has that power, has the ability to bring about anything that they want in their lives. And I also feel that you're very good with money. Like, you know, you are very good with looking after your finances and looking after yourself. But it feels with, like, you know, with this Three of Swords, it feels that, you know, there's a certain element in your life, and especially when it comes to matters of the heart, that you might feel yourself to be restricting yourself from, because you are afraid of, you know, the heartbreak, you're afraid of repeating things again. But having all these pages as well, I feel like this refers heavily to you not looking back anymore. You wanting that new beginning, that new start. You want that happiness. You want that everything with this Nine of Cups. And I am going to dive deeper into this because we're already past 6 minutes. So I'm going to dive deeper into this, but the full extended reading is going to be posted on my YouTube. You can find the link to my YouTube page in my bio. And I'm also going to post a link in the comments and in the description. Right, okay. Let me just get into this. Right, okay, so continuing with this energy and this growth of this, like, there's a wounded energy coming through of this, a person who experienced heartbreak in the past. But I feel like, you know, this heartbreak was for you to learn your strength as well. This is very important. Yeah, look at the Strength card and having that heart in there, and this heart, you know. I feel like this is very relevant in here, that, you know, you've got the strength to push past it. You finally got that strength. You know what you want, most importantly, like, you know, having all these pages, like, you know, you've got some kind of desire and passion, like, you know what drives you, you know what sets you on fire, you know where you want to go. With this Page of Swords, you have some ideas for yourself. You do. They are small at the moment, like, you know, you are only just beginning as well, like, you know, there's this big energy. And with this Page of Pentacles as well, I feel like, you know, you do have, and also having King of Pentacles, so I feel like you do have plenty of ideas that can make you not enough just rich financially, but like in a soulful kind of experience. Like, you know, you can be really happy in this lifetime, like, you know, and you can be very abundant once you kind of start believing as well, like, you know, and keeping that hope up that, you know, there are better days for you, and you're already in a process of starting as well. You might not feel it just yet. That's what I'm kind of picking up with this. You might still be a little bit hanged up on the past, and you might still live a little bit in that shadow, like, you know, with the Seven of Swords, and you might kind of not admit that to yourself. But with one foot, you're already out that door. Like, you know, you are in the process currently right now of letting the old die and moving towards that brighter future, that with hope, with belief. Yeah. High Priestess, with belief, like, you know deep inside of yourself you are so connected, and I feel that, you know, you do communicate with the spirit guides yourself, whether you are fully conscious of it or not. And this like with a five of wands as well, with this Eight of Cups. So I feel like, you know, this Five of Wands refers to you maybe fighting a little bit with letting go. You might be that type of person that clings on to their pain, clings on to the past. Or maybe you just take a little while to process things. Yeah, like looking at this High Priestess again, and then Bat hanging upside down. So I feel this might be your energy at the moment. You feel yourself to be in that pause. You kind of reflecting a little bit on your life and gathering, like, you know, all your experiences together. And I feel with this Eight of Cups, and especially this Tiger as well in here. So I feel this is that bravery, waking up in you to walk away from what wasn't meant for you. Like, everything that happened to you up till now was nothing but lessons, and, you know, you've learned some lessons, and it's time to let it go. Oh my god, we've got a King of Swords here. with the Queen of Swords. So, oh my God, I feel a lot of you in this specific collective, like, you know, you do have some sort of counterpart or somebody of an equal energy, somebody who is as intelligent, as witty and smart as you, and somebody who can hold the conversation, what I'm kind of feeling, and somebody with whom you do genuinely enjoy talking to. Like, you know, there's this energy coming through. You've got somebody, okay, let me just get some more about this. There's 3 of Pentacles on the bottom. So it feels like you've got something to work out with someone. Oh my God, I like where this reading is heading. You've got something to work out with someone, yeah, with this 3 of Pentacles, this Tower, and the 10 of Pentacles. So I feel this refers to something that maybe you have previously let like crumble, like, you know, with this Tower, or something happened between the two of you that maybe in a way kind of illuminated that darkness in you, or maybe illuminated this healing, or maybe like instigated this healing. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Because with this Tower, I feel like somebody, and I feel it refers to this Swords energy. So somebody of, what's the word for it? You've encountered someone who like honestly told you what is holding you back, maybe. Or maybe somebody who challenged you in some way. And, you know, with challenging you as of this Tower moment occurred in your life. And I feel this is precisely where this big awakening of yours started. Like, you know, with encountering someone of on your level. Like, you know, you might have not previously even experienced anything like that before. That's why in some way I feel like there's a little bit element of fear. So obviously that's why we had that strength previously, needing to find the courage. And obviously with the 7 of Swords, I feel like this is exactly what you're hiding away from, is this person that kind of pushed you into this healing. And it feels that, you know, oh my God, what it feels with that as well, that maybe it felt in some way that the person here in question was demanding a lot from you. That's why you felt like you needed to kind of pull back, or you needed to kind of retract, because it feels that you might have felt it in a sense of like you have met some higher energy, but it wasn't a higher energy. It was a reflection of your energy. You've met your mirror. You've met somebody who shows you where you still need healing, somebody who honestly told you what is holding you back. And I feel that, you know, there's certain element of pride in you as well, that maybe felt that, you know, the challenge that this person presented was to diminish you in any way. But I feel it came from a place of love. You know, it came from a place of this person wanting you to achieve your fullest potential in this lifetime. Like, you know, we might be speaking here about your twin flame. So somebody who came into your life to ignite that flame, to show you there is more to this life than holding on to what was. And I feel that, you know, this is what you might have been having a little bit of a problem with. To kind of let the past go, or to not compare whatever's currently happening to you with what happened to you in the past. So that's why this Tower, and that's why this 3 of Pentacles and this 10 of Pentacles. It's time to kind of put some sort of work in here, like, you know, with this 10 of Pentacles, that's going to lead you to your kingdom, to your ultimate abundance. Like, you know, Wheel of Fortune on the bottom. Oh my God, something's going to be changing. And as well, I feel like there's some kind of element of destiny in play in this connection. So there's something that is pulling you two back together with this Wheel of Fortune. So even if you, oh my God, this is deep. So yeah, even if you're like with this Hermit, you might have an Ace of Swords. So yet again, coming back to this connection being something that came in to awaken you. And, you know, with this Hermit, puts you back into your like thinking cave, where you have to reevaluate yourself, reevaluate your life. And with this Ace of Swords, it shines some clarity onto your life. Like, you know, this person came into your life to awaken you in some way. 4 of Cups as well on the bottom. So I feel this this will refer to the connection that arrived in your life where you maybe felt like you don't believe in love anymore, or you felt a little bit tired or given up. Yeah, there's a Moon as well. So you might have been hiding from this person. You might have hidden something from them. Is there anything else in this deck? King of Cups and Two of Pentacles on the bottom. And we had Queen of Cups previously, and we had the King of Swords, Queen of Swords. So yeah, yet again, this is like a confirmation of you dealing here with the energy that is on your level. That is your mirror, that is your reflection. So maybe in some way, what I'm kind of picking up with this energy as well is that this potential that you've seen in that person, or maybe the way this person's seen you as well, might have scared you in a way of like, you know, oh, they expecting too much from me, or they think way too big about me, like, you know, I am nothing that's special. But if but yeah, this is definitely this energy of somebody coming into your life to shine that light, to remind you of your greatness. But I would like to get, yeah, there's this Two of Pentacles, which is the indecisiveness. There's a King of Wands, Knight of Wands on the bottom, Knight of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, and the Magician. So it feels like despite of you maybe trying to kind of, yeah, with this Two of Pentacles, like, you know, still evaluating whether there's any point of reviving this connection, if there's any point to do something about it, but then have a Knight of Wands, King of Wands. So secretly, you're very passionate about this person. Like, you know, you do have a very strong desire towards them. Knight of Pentacles as well, Four of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. This makes me feel that with this energy that you might feel that because it took you a while. Also, when it comes to this whole message, take it how it resonates. You know, all of that might refer to the person on the other side of the connection. But it feels like with this energy, so this speaks of someone here who might feel that they've missed out on something because they took too long, like, you know, with this Knight of Pentacles, with this Four of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. So I feel like, you know, just because of the overprotectiveness of you, of the person in this connection that was overprotective and the person that pulled back, I feel that because of, you know, them thinking, you thinking that, you know, you took your sweet time, or they took their sweet time, that they've missed out on something here. And because of their guard, because of their overprotectiveness, but yeah, with this Five of Pentacles as well, it's like this energy coming through with this, like, you know, why do you in parts, or the person here, like, you know, you feel this lack of value, this lack of worth in yourself, or this lack of strength, where in fact, my God, you are a fucking powerhouse. Right, let me get some, and yeah, also there was a Magician on the bottom, so which means, like, you know, this speaks heavily of, yet again, like, you know, somebody playing this imposter, somebody, like, you know, playing it small and saying, oh, I'm nothing that special. But in fact, you know, that's somebody that's got a very big energy. And I feel that your purpose in this life is to awaken to this power. And the person that came into your life, you know, all the way around, was there to awaken that power within you, or to help you realize you've got that power. Right, I want to put like a clear intention in regards to the outcome of this connection, or the reconciliation, or whether this was just a lesson, and whether it's time to let this go. Temperance. Just wait. Patience. Five of Wands coming out in reverse. So end of fighting in here. Six of Swords. Nine of Wands on the bottom. So I feel with this energy, Temperance, Five of Wands in reverse, Six of Swords. So they're moving away from this conflicted energies, and moving away from the struggling times and struggling with themselves. Like, you know, with this Temperance, I feel that, you know, there is some kind of balance being restored within the person that was conflicted in this connection, and they move into this calmer waters. Yeah, Five of Cups as well. So I feel this refers to them missing the connection, missing you. Six of Wands as well is coming out. King of Wands is here again. King of Pentacles. Oh my fucking God! Oh my God, I'm so sorry. And Knight of Wands on the bottom. Speaking of them fucking rushing to you. So this feels like, oh my God. Six of Wands with this High Priestess. So I feel like there's somebody here is finally arriving at this realization. It is going to be speaking about that part of the person in the connection who was that runner, who and I feel it has a lot to do with really working on themselves, or maybe not even seeing that value of theirs, and really fighting within themselves internally. But look at that. Look at that. And like I said, we're dealing here with the powerful energy, powerful boss daddy who is constantly putting themselves down, or who, I feel like, you know, with this Five of Cups as well, like, you know, there's some gentleness that comes through with this person, apart from being like, you know, this leader and this protector and caretaker and somebody who is very driven and passionate. So apart from that, you're dealing with somebody here who has got a very sensitive nature. And I feel like, you know, they, like with this Temperance as well, so it feels like they do take probably a little bit longer to restore that internal balance within them, to come to some conclusions. But with this High Priestess showing again, this is the second time and for confirmation, so I feel like, you know, they really in this contemplating energy right now, and I feel like, you know, they finally coming to this conclusion that, you know, they really want you and they really want to pursue you, or you want to pursue the other person. Depends on which side of this reading you're finding yourself to be in. Because with the Five of Pentacles, I feel like, you know, it's cold without you. You know, they are feeling cold without you, or you feeling cold without them. Yeah, my God. Sun is coming out. Star is coming out again. Right, we're going to finish it here, I think. Wow, and 10 of Cups on the bottom. So we had that Sun and the stars. So this is like a double confirmation of illumination and things working out as they should. And I feel like, yeah, with the Four of Swords, Five of Swords, and we had Six of Swords, so far, 4, 5, 6. So I feel like this is this energy of progression, and this is what this person is currently going through. So with the Four of Swords, this is the period of contemplation, rest, feeling defeated a little bit as well. With the Five of Swords, so this is like, you know, when you're putting swords down and walking away from the fight that you feel that you've lost maybe. But with the Six of Swords, it feels like, you know, this is the moving away to this calmer waters. And I feel this speaks of this person here, this conflicted person, what they're going through in their mind as well. So with the Four of Swords, so this is like, you know, from feeling like nothing is happening, nothing is moving, to finally making a decision to walk away from this sadness as well, and from this conflict, internal conflict, and move away to some kind of contentment in here, and to some sort of understanding. And I feel with this Five of Pentacles showing again, so I feel this refers to this coldness that they might be feeling around themselves right now, and they're missing that sun that you you provided. But there's a Chariot as well, and King of Swords is here again with the Ace of Swords and Judgment. So I feel like, you know, they are in the process of that waking up, and they are going through that major transformation at the moment. And I know that, you know, when it comes to this specific connection for this collective, like, you know, you are going to end up back together. I wanted to say that was the first thing, but I feel it has having all these cards in here. So this is going to be referring to, I feel, the masculine side of the connection, who needs to rise up to their power, and who needs to kind of, you know, get on that fucking horse and come and get you. Right, okay, I'll leave you with that because that's super long. Right, thank you for watching. Love you. Bye.